Hi, my name is LaKeisha. The name of this channel is Aging Out to Adulting. This channel is aimed at giving life skills advice to former foster kids who have aged out of the foster care system. Please hit the like, subscribe, and notification icons. And thank you for returning to hear part 2 of my Aging Out of Foster Care story. Finally, I was officially 18. Thank God. I had autonomy in my life. Regular kids miss their childhood. Foster kids don't miss their childhood because you're at the mercy of the elements. So college time came. My adoptive mother and uncle never went past the sixth grade, so going away to college was a foreign concept to them. My adoptive mother wanted me to get a good job and bring home money. She didn't want me going away to college, so I asked my uncle to bring me up to college. I didn't even have luggage at the time. I brought my stuff up to college in boxes and milk crates. I literally had 3 pairs of pants and 2 shirts, very little toiletries, and no money for books. I ran out of soap a couple of weeks in and had to get soap out of the dispenser in the bathroom. I eventually got a little job. Things were very hard at first, but I worked my way up. I became a workaholic. Besides buying books, I bought food and furniture for my dorm room. I put myself through driving school and bought a car. But I had nowhere to stay during breaks. I would go to the domestic violence shelter and tell the people I had a boyfriend that would beat me up. I did that 2 summers in a row. I could have went to my adopted mother's home, but besides being emotionally detached from me, she was a hoarder and the house was roach infested. And after going to college and staying in the dormitory, I didn't want to live like that anymore, even if it meant living in a homeless shelter. So 2 years into college, I got a phone call. My adoptive mother had a stroke. I had to drop out of college to take care of my adopted mother and my adopted sister who had who was HIV positive from birth. If I didn't go home, my adopted brother and sister would go back into the system. I stayed out of college for 3 years. There was no help from my extended adopted family. I cared for my adopted mother and adopted sister for 3 years. I was working part time as a waitress and taking care of 2 sick people. It drained me emotionally, financially, and psychologically. The worst part was taking care of a dying 15-year-old. Even when my sister was on her deathbed, none of the extended family came to visit or help. It was just me in the room when she died. I went back to college, but again, my adoptive mother did not want me to go. She wanted me to stay home and take care of her. But I didn't want a good job. I wanted a career. I also wanted to go back to college because of taking care of my sister. I wanted to become a doctor. I had already started an economics degree, so they told me I could minor in biochemistry, and that's what I did. A couple of years went by. I finished my bachelor's degree in economics and started a master's program in biochemistry. Inevitably, I get another phone call from my adoptive family. This time, no one was sick, but they were about to foreclose on the house. I had to stop my graduate program. I had to start working. If I didn't start working, my adoptive family would have nowhere to live. So I began teaching. I had the summers off. This would help me with taking my mom to the doctors and other things I had to take care of. That's the career path I chose. I was a high school biology teacher for 12 years. Unfortunately, I had to retire because of a violent encounter at the school. Between the ages of 18 and 25, things are real dicey for a foster kid. I'm just going to give you some tips on what to do and how to structure things. I will give you financial advice and life coaching uniquely tailored for your situation. I have a background in economics, done my own personal research, and made my own financial mistakes. So why am I doing this? And how am I a success? I wish I had someone like me to talk to when I was your age and in your same situation. Only 3 to 5% of foster kids graduate from college. With God's help, I was able to graduate, start a career, marry a decent man, have a family, and become a homeowner. I have 2 objectives. I want to establish a community for current and former foster kids. Number two, I want to identify resources and community partners to help in your transition. This was a very hard video to record. I really prayed over the matter, and the amount of embarrassment I may receive means very little to me if I can stop one kid from self-deletion, maybe help a kid gain a relationship with God, or even help a foster kid finish college. I will always give you the facts and tell you the truth as your position as a foster kid. Please recommend this channel to anyone you know who has aged out of the system, or share your experience of aging out below. Thank you for watching the channel.